So school just started not too long ago. And for many of us who are in divided and blended families, we need to make sure that we take some additional steps to make sure that the school year flows smoothly, that you are up to speed on everything that is happening with your child, and that you can participate and are just otherwise in the know. So here are a few things that you need to make sure that you do if you have not done them already. Number one, are you on those registration forms? Are you listed as the emergency contact? Now, it's going to depend on the dynamic of you and the other parent. If the other parent is the one that was in charge for filling out all the enrollment forms, then you need to make sure that you're actually on there, because a lot of times what happens is they'll put everybody else on the form. The auntie, the grandma, the cousins, everybody else will be listed as authorized pickup persons, and your name will be nowhere to be found. And so make sure that your name is listed as one of the parents on your child's enrollment forms. Most states have a law that specifically says that even if you don't necessarily have some type of legal custody rights, you probably still have some types of rights, at least to the information related to your children, and to be listed as an emergency contact. So we're going to have to double check the laws in your state, but make sure that you are on those papers. Number two, does the school have a copy of your current court orders? If you have not already provided them a copy of the orders and the other parent hasn't provided them a copy, you need to find out from the school what their policy is. Ask them if they need a copy of them, because you don't want to wait until you get into a scenario when you're trying to pick up your child on your custodial day and the other parent's saying they don't have custody or this is not their day. You need to have those orders on file. Also, just sidebar, make sure you keep a copy of your orders in your car or with you at all times, just in case, an electronic copy, whatever is needed, so that you can make sure you always have that. Specifically, if you're in a tumultuous situation where there's always some type of conflict and somebody's always trying to claim that you should not have time with your child. Next, are you connected to the online platforms where the parents get announcements and news updates from the school? If you're not already signed up for those platforms, you need to connect with the school, find out what platforms they use, make sure that you have whatever information is needed so that you can get those announcements in real time. Number four, the student portal. Are you on it? Is your kid on it? How does it work? You need to make sure that you have all of this information. These portals have been implemented across the country in many schools to notify parents and the students if their grades fall, if they've missed school assignments, if they are starting to fall behind, if they have tests coming up. So all of those things will be important to receive in real time, so that if your student starts to struggle or if they have any issues with their teachers, you can get those notifications. That may be a separate portal than the actual portal that does the school announcements and things of that nature. This is a more uniquely tailored portal that has logins and produces information related to each individual student directly to the student and or their parents. This is also the portal and the system that's oftentimes used to let you know if your child has been missing class. And we all know how important that can be, whether you are in a divided family, a blended family, or you just got a teenager who likes to do their own thing and think they're not going to get caught. So make sure you're signed up for that portal and those updates. Number five, do you got the calendar? Paper calendar, online calendar, whatever it is, you need a copy of it. You need to know when the conferences are, when the back to school nights are, when the open house is, the school festivals and other events, homecoming, prom, all of those things. And if you're like me and you have a full life, you can take that calendar, put all those events into your ChatGPT and have that thing generate you a calendar file that you can upload into your Google Calendar, and everything will show up in your calendar. I know that was a lot, so I can walk you through that another day. But the point is, make sure that you have all of the information related to everything that's happening at your kid's school. And number six, Show up at that school as much as you possibly can and as is allowed. Everybody needs to know you. Do all the things. Volunteer in the class if you can. You have younger students. Show up to volunteer for various programs. Pop your head into the office and say hello and introduce yourself to the school staff. Ask the teachers for conferences just to get caught up on what's going on with your kid and to get to know the teachers and to find out how you can better support them. Get to know as many people on that campus as possible, down to the office manager, the administrators, the principal, your student's teacher, the janitor, the crossing guard. Everybody should know your face. Hi, so-and-so's mom. These people get so sick of seeing me at my child's school, but you know what else they know? They know that I'm the active parent. They know that I don't play around. They know that I don't play about my child. And you got to make sure that the other parent does not have the opportunity to paint this picture or create this narrative about you without that narrative being challenged by your actions. So if you know you have another parent that's walking around telling everybody that you are absent parent, you're not involved, you don't help with this, you don't help with that, all you got to do is show up. All you got to do is show up as your full self at that school, be involved with your child, and that other stuff won't even matter. And so it's one of those things that if you do that, if something ever happens and you need the school administrators or someone within the school system to be a witness for your case, then you'll have it. I remember when we were handling our child custody and family law case, the other parent tried to say that a parent was not active, had been absent, and was never around that child. You know what we did? Went to the school, talked to the teacher, let the teacher know this is what's being alleged. Is there any way we can get some testimony from you? Sometimes they'll require a subpoena. Sometimes they'll write a statement for you on your behalf. Sometimes they'll just come to court voluntarily. But if you build that rapport in advance, then it can help you in the long run. So not only will it help you, but it'll also help your child. Because once the teachers know that you are involved and that you are active, that is when they also know that they can reach out to you for extra support for your child, and your child won't get left behind. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, please. And thank you for joining me. I'm Marissa V. Grayson, and I will see you next time.